2.8. Almost done with this module, you guys. You only got 2 more homeworks to go. This one is a relatively easy section. We've been going over in class solving logarithmic equations, and we're using the properties that we've been going over in the first part of module 2. So the product property, the quotient property, and the power property. But it also helps to know when you don't need to use logs and you can write something with the same base, and that's going to save you time. So that's pretty much the majority of this one. The ready, I'm going to spend about 30 seconds on. Okay, here we go. When it says find h of negative 11, you're going to take the negative 11 and you're going to plug it in for x. You're going to do that through all of these. You're going to plug it in everywhere that you see x. So this would be 2 times negative 11 squared plus 9 times negative 11 minus 43. And then make sure you use order of operations. So that way you use parentheses first. If there's nothing to simplify inside the parentheses, then you get rid of your exponent, then you multiply, divide, and then you add, subtract. So don't forget, exponents need to be gotten rid of first. Okay, that pretty much takes care of that. Number 4, actually, I would like to go over this. So the 3 is going to go right here for the x. So this becomes log base 3 of 81. So you would need to rewrite this. Don't forget, it's asking you 3 to the what equals 81. Don't overthink that one, please. Okay, I think that's that there. Feel free to use a calculator, though none of your answers should be a decimal. Even the ones with fractions, like number 8. Try not to use it, but you're welcome to for some of the multiplication so you guys don't have to get stuck on the arithmetic. Okay, now we're on the set. So here's where you guys are going to put to use what we've been going over in the tasks. We're going to be looking at solving logarithmic equations. And one of the things we'll have gone over in class is if you have 2 logs, you can cancel them if they're 1 on each side. If there's 3 logs, you have to write 2 of them together using multiplication or division. So we're going backwards in the product and quotient property. And we've gone over if there's only 1 log. If there is 1 log, for example, if there's 1 log, let's say I have the log base 3 of x plus 4 equals, I don't know, let's go with 4. So I need to rewrite into exponential, not 2e's. Please don't forget that. If you only see 1 log, you have to rewrite it. So this becomes 3 to the 4th equals x plus 4, which is 81, equals x plus 4. Then you can subtract your 4, and you end up with 77. So don't overthink those, please. If there's only 1 log, you have to rewrite it in exponential form. Okay, that is going to help you. You might want to highlight this right now. With 9, 10, and 11, each of those only has 1 log. I lied to you. And 15, and 16, and 17. They have 1 log. Rewrite them into exponential form. Those 3 are going to be very easy to solve. These 3 are not going to be quite as easy to solve. For example, number 15. I think that's the most complicated one. So I have negative 3 equals log of x, and then I have 1/8 as my fraction. So I have 1 log. I'm going to rewrite this into exponential form. So this is x to the negative 3rd equals 1/8. So then it becomes a little bit tricky. First, I need you to be thinking, okay, I have a cube and I have an 8. So what does the base need to be? I really, really don't want you overthinking this. Please don't overthink this. Because I have a negative exponent, I'm going to flip the x cubed. So now it's 1 over positive x cubed, and it's going to equal 1/8. Those are the same, so there's nothing that I need to do there. But 2 cubed what cubed equals 8? So x has to equal 2. 2 cubed equals 8. So that wasn't so bad. You got number 15 done, and I expect you to be able to go through and do the others. Okay? Please don't think too much about them. 16 might be a little bit tough. You can see how you have decimals in their answers. And if I go through and I use my calculator for this, which I haven't really shown you yet how to use for these types of problems, I guess I might as well just show you now how you can do this. Since I am looking at finding an x, and the x is already by itself, that makes it nice. So I have x equals log base 3 of 15. I can write this in common log form. This is the same as log of 15 divided by the log of 3. So the base becomes the denominator. This works every single time. If I have a log base 7 of 12, this is the log of 12 divided by the log of 7. Now I can use my calculator because I don't have a base anymore. Once your base is gone, that frees up your calculator. So I'm not going to plug into the calculator for you. You can do that, but that's how you can rewrite that. And 17 you guys should be fine on. But let's go ahead and look at the others back here. When you have two logs, don't forget, you can cancel them as long as they're on opposite sides. Then you can solve for x. But in 13 and 14, I don't have 2 logs. I have 3 logs. So you have to take the 2 that are separated and you have to rewrite them. So, for example, if there are 3 logs, I'm going to come over here, make some more notes. If there are 3 logs, you are going to write with only 2. You're going to combine the ones that are added or subtracted. You're going to use your quotient or product properties. So if I have log base 2 of 3x and it equals log base 2 of 5x plus log base 2 of 10. Okay, I'm just making this up. The ones that are being added, what goes with addition? Multiplication. So this becomes log base 2 of 3x, don't change that one, equals log base 2, 5x times 10. Then from there, I can now cancel my logs. So the first thing you have to do is combine. Now you can cancel logs. And then I would be left with 3x equals 50x. And this ends up being x equals 0. You're solving for x. So that was just an example. And on this one, I see subtraction. So don't forget that one gets written as a fraction. And that one was multiplication. So that'll get you through those ones, hopefully. And then when I'm looking at this last part of the set, circle the expressions that are equal. Use your properties of logs to simplify this, please. You're also welcome to use your calculator when you can. If there is not a base, you can use your calculator. If there is a base, you can use your calculator as long as you separate it like we did in 16. But try to use your properties, please, when you guys are figuring out which ones are equivalent. For example, the root 50 is 50 to the 1/2, or 25 is 5 squared. 2 is 2 to the 1/2, and you guys can be using all the other properties. But you're also welcome to use your calculator here. I am definitely okay with that. But try not to. Okay, and then in the Go, you're solving exponential equations. Here, get these to be the same base. You're welcome to use your logs and log both sides, But for most of these, it should be pretty easy to put them into the same base, and then you guys can solve for your exponents. Don't forget on, for example, 25, 23, 27, 29, you guys have fractions, which means you have to have a negative exponent. Your answer will be negative. Please make sure you guys are not getting confused with that. You have to make a negative. On 25, this would be 2 to the negative 1 x. And then how can you rewrite 28? 2 to the something. Use your calculator, figure that out. So shouldn't be too bad there, you guys. Yeah. Okay. That's it for 2.8. If you need any extra help on this, come in and see me, but you guys better be watching the videos, not just pressing play and then letting them go. And always look back at your stuff from Module 1. What we do in Module 1, we are continuing to see in Module 2. So sometimes for these ones, you might want to look back in Module 1 and kind of see what you did on those homeworks. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.